everybody, it's Jules here with Beanie.
Hello.
And welcome back to another episode of the Monday Night Warhammer on the one and only Brobna. And we have a super special battle report for you today because it is the brand new Death Guard Codex going up against the Dark Angels. Yes, it is, Bruno. Yes, it is. I bet you're looking forward to a very tactical and objective-based game, right?
Well, I've been planning, replanning.
Scheming, you would say?
There's been a few schemes.
Oh dear me, a few schemes indeed. Well, you better take all of them, ball them up into a fist, and then throw them away, my friend, because the game that we're playing today has no objectives at all. Excellent. So, welcome to another ruined sector of Brobna, and I bet you're thinking to yourself, that's a bit confusing. How do you play a game of the Warhammers without objectives? Well, I kind of lied. There is a goal in mind here, and that was actually it was inspired by an old White Dwarf magazine that I was reading on the toilet. So,
nice.
thank GW from the past for this one, because this was it's called Bloodied Nose, and it is stupidly simple as much as it probably will be very, very fun. The one objective here is that you end the game immediately when your opponent is down to 25% or under of their total points value on the table, excluding reserves and deep strike as well, so you can't like alpha strike somebody off there. As soon as you tally up the points and realise that I've only got 25% or less left, that's it, game over. You lose because your nose has been bloodied.
And nothing else was bloodied from the fact you were reading it on the toilet, I hope?
I may need to see a doctor. Okay, let's go meet the teams. So, Beanie, tell us what you're bringing to the table today.
So, the Sentinels of Brobna have not been on the channel in a while, so I decided that they were going to get programmed by Belial, the Grand Master of the Deathwing, and he is going to lead them today under the guise of Dark Angels.
Oh, yeah.
So today he is my warlord, and he has a big sword called the Sword of Silence. He sounds like Simon and Garfunkel.
Nice, yeah.
He hits you with that. It's precision, and his ability is being able to give precision to the unit that he's with.
Oh, that's cool.
So anytime they get a 6, they can go for the character instead.
Ah, nice.
And on top of that, if you put attacks against him, after the attacks are done, on a 4-up, he bounces like mortal wounds back at you for attacking him. So it's the strike of retribution, so that's real sexy.
Because I love killing somebody, then being killed myself with
That's
the
right,
save.
by shrapnel pieces. And next to him on the left, we have the captain who is representing the Brobna side of this force.
Yep.
And he is wearing the Artificer armor because I'm running the Gladius Strike Force. So it means that he has a 2-up armor save and a 5-up feel no pain.
Perfect.
On top of his invul, and he's being run with a power fist and a plasma pistol.
Nice. Hello, Bruno. Hello. Bruno. Sorry about that. Dog attacked me right there. But we were saying about this guy, Artificer armor, 2-up save, 5-up feel no pain.
Yeah, with a 4-up invul and a power fist and a plasma pistol. And a standard captain has the ability Finest Hour that once per game he can give himself an extra 3 attacks and devastating wounds. So he goes up to 8 attacks on the charge.
That is good.
Yes, I think it's very nice. And to his left, we have some Stern Guard veterans. We have not seen them on the channel since we destroyed Winters.
Yeah. Oh, that's very true. That was a good battle report. Go check that out if you want to see a grown man nearly cry and 2 other grown men nearly cry with laughter for his poor rolls.
yeah, that was great. So they're actually really, really good. And I'll see what I can do with them today.
Perfect.
On their right is the Infiltrator unit, which will be for a bit of screening. Yeah, not that I think you've got. Well, you've got something.
I have something that has infiltrators too. Yes. Ooh,
nice Lamanche. Then on the left over here we have the Ballistus Dread with his gun arms and his inability to right himself if he falls over, so he's more like a turtle.
True.
Then on his left is the Ballistus with the claws and the spicy multi-melter boobies. And then on the right is the Assault Intercessors with a power sword on the Sergeant.
Nice.
And then to round out the list, it is Deathwing Knights.
These guys are scary as F, man.
Yeah, I love them. They're very expensive, but each of them is basically a lieutenant on his own, -1 to wound them. They have the Watches in the Dark if you've got any abilities for mortal wounds.
I do have some, yes, I do, yes.
So hopefully them being led by Belial, which is pretty much a third of my army, those 6 models, should be able to do some damage. Now that I've said that so confidently, I can see
they're going to let you down straight away. All those ones that you'll see on the saves coming in.
Yeah.
Hell
so that is the entire list, and it is 1,000 points on the nose.
Oh, beautiful stuff indeed. Now, let's go see what stink I'm bringing to the table as we go meet the Death Guard. So here we are with my Death Guard 1000 point army, which I am calling Flavors of Pus, because every single unit here basically represents the good stuff of the new Death Guard Codex. And I know what BD is going to say, that's all the Codex! Because yes, let's face it, there is a big, big upgrade to a lot of the Death Guard units in this edition, and I'm very, very happy because I have a lot of models that I've been waiting to run for a while, and now I can. So,
everything in the Death Guard Codex is really, really good. It's almost like the rules writers really like the Death Guard and they don't like the World Eaters.
And how couldn't you when you've got this guy leading the charge today, the Lord of Puxes over here, who has a... so what I'm doing is I'm running this as a detachment called Mortarian's Hammer.
Oh, so it's the vehicle one.
Yeah, it is kind of the vehicle one, but I'm using it mainly to dish out affliction tokens to different units. Now, at the start of the battle round, I believe, it may be the command phase, I've got to pick a unit, because it's only an incursion game that we're playing today. It's that's more than 12 inches away from any Death Guard unit, and I can make it afflicted, which means that it's under the effect of my pox or plague, which for this case, I'm going to do the -1 to your save, because I feel like that is going to run rampant through your ranks here. 4 up Space Marine saves minimum. So, what I'm going to do is, this guy here is my Warlord today. He is Lord of Poxes. He's got add 3 inches to his contagion range, which is already a good start, but you can't even shoot him or target him unless you're within 18 inches thanks to the billowing fumes that he is kicking out from his big sack of stank over there. And he is absolutely S-hot when it comes to combat, surprisingly.
Which is so annoying.
He hits on 2s, Bean. I don't know how it's happened, but I'm glad it has. -2, 2 damage a pop with his big plague greatsword. 6 attacks as well. Ooh, baby.
He's better in combat than the slaughter-bound one for the World Eaters, and his arm is a chainsword.
It makes 0 sense, but I am totally here for it. The other character that I've got is my Lord of Virulence over here, who has also got an enhancement that allows him forwards him, lone operative when he is within 3 inches of a Death Guard vehicle, and if that vehicle is making an attack against a unit that he can see, they get to re-roll wounds of 1, so that is quite nice indeed. He has an ability baked into his regular data sheet, which is you pick a unit at the beginning of the shooting phase that he can see within 30 or 36 inches, and everyone who has a blast weapon can re-roll all hits against that unit. It is gross town.
Right, I'm taking up smoking again after just listening to this.
I know, it's pretty gross, isn't it? And then we've got my Lord of Contagion that needs to be painted over here, or at least needs to have my Nurgle's Garden of Love colour scheme done onto him. He has Strength 9, -2, 3 damage with his good old Plague Great Axe thing that's there. And he affords Sustained Hits 1 and Lance to a unit that he's tied to when he charges. It is overkill when it comes to rules, because one of them would have been fine. And the best part is, when he dies, roll a d6, and on a 2 up, he gets back up with 3 wounds.
Right, okay. Screw smoking, I'm going straight to the heroin.
Yeah, no,
now.
fair enough, brother. So he's going to be tied to this unit of Death Shroud Terminators over here, because they get to deep strike 6 inches away from an afflicted unit, which makes their charges so much more reliable. I've got the Lord of Poxes. He's going to be tied to the Plague Marines at the back. When they finish their shooting for the phase, any model or unit that they have hit, you select one of them, and they are afflicted until the end of, or beginning of the battle round, something like that. But it means that I can dish out more afflictions to set up the Death Shroud jump later on. Got a Plague Burst Crawler over here who can do some spore shockwaves. If you kill a unit or hit a unit with his big Plague Burster cannon, I think that he can spread mortal wounds, which is pretty gross. And if these guys over here, they are the Plague Blight, what are they called again? Plague drones, but they have...
Fetid bloat drones.
That's the one. Fetid bloat drones with Blight launchers on them. Strength 10, -2, 3 damage, d6 plus 2 shots, blast, lethal hits. And also when they kill a unit, roll a d6 or something like that, and they can put affliction points onto any unit within 6 inches of that destroyed unit. It is gross. Oh, and some Poxwalkers that have Infiltrate now. Amazing.
See, now that makes loads of sense lore-wise, because they
are the dead.
Well, they just put them in like rivers and like under lakes, and then they go, "Rise, my pretties."
And they just go, "Thank God, I've been waiting here for so long."
I don't know why I've been holding my breath. I don't have lungs.
So that is my 1,000 points on the nose Death Guard unit, and to be fair, there's a lot of rules going on here. Apologies in advance if I forget any, but hopefully we'll have a fun time as we try and kick 7 bells out of each other. So let's get set up and start kicking some heads in. So here we are after deployment, and a few hilarious rolls have already taken place. We rolled to begin with to see whether we were going to go lengthways or widthways, and we got lengthways, so now it is the longest distance to go across the board to one another. But that is great in some ways for long distance shooters over here, but not so much if you've got a lot of long distance shooters that can then see with big lines of sight down there.
I am screw-egged.
But you do have nearly all of your forces on the table. You've got your Stern Guard at the back here, the Assault Intercessors, Brutalis over here, the Ballistas over here. God, it's been a long time since I played Space Marines, can barely remember the names. And floating in the aeons above are Belial and the Deathwing Terminators. I remembered all of them. Then with
Actually, technically, it's the Deathwing Knights.
Oh, Christ, well, slap my wrist.
And you forgot the Infiltrators.
No, well,
so actually, you got several things
Damn
wrong.
it, they're too sneaky, to be fair. I forgot completely about them. I've got my Poxwalkers that have risen from their graves over here, just because they were near some crystals, and I thought that was quite nice. I've got the Lord of Virulence, who is getting lone operative because he's next to that boy over there and within 3 inches of another one, meaning that he can then push forward with his armoured cohort and destroy, destroy, destroy. The Lord of Poxes over here is leading his Plague Marines straight forward here. He doesn't even need to bother about cover because remember, he can't be targeted, or his unit can't be targeted unless they're within 18 inches. And floating above them menacingly, even some would say gloweringly, if they wanted to make up a word, is the Lord of Contagion with the Death Shroud Terminators. Indeed, indeed, says Bruno. So that means we are now ready to deploy and or destroy. Why don't you repeat that last sentence, Bean?
There is no way I see this going well.
Especially seeing as Bean just lost the roll off for turn 1. So we are going to be going into Death Guard turn 1. And it now means that I can enact my first point of Mortarian's Hammer. And I can pick one of these units, because it is definitely more than 12 inches away from all of my Death Guard units, to get an Affliction token and my Plague, which for this battle is going to be the -1 to your save, because I do feel with 2-ups and the Terminators as well, it's going to pay dividends. Now, who do I want dead straight away? Well, I'm going to focus fire, I reckon, and try and get rid of these smelly idiots over here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's either I chuck an Affliction token down on this guy or onto the Stern Guard at the back over here. It's a tough one. I'm going to go for the Brutalis. Put it onto him, so he's on a 3-up save and -1 toughness as well. It does move round to round, so I can't, for example, stack one on him and then next round add another one. It passes.
Okay, that's
it's
slightly less lame.
Yeah. So now we move into Death Guard, turn 1. Oh, here we are after my movement phase. It has been a slow trudge towards the mid-board, and the Poxwalkers have decided not to move at all, mainly because of the fact that they are providing a nice bit of forward screening for my boys as is. The Lord of Poxes and the boys over here are going to advance, though, because there is nothing that they can shoot at, nor probably be shot by. So we'll see how far they go up. A cool 5. That is actually double their speed, so I'll move them in a minute, and all of the other boys over here have got into position so they can shoot down at the Brutalis. The only problem is, as Bruno was pointing out very clearly over here, is that the Lord of Virulence is outside of his 30-inch range to use his reroll all hits for blast weapons, meaning that all of these guys here will just have to take it on the chin and kill it together. But it is toughness 9.
Are they all 36-inch range?
Yes. Oh. Yes. So it's D6 +2 with blast, lethal hits as well, strength 10, -2, 3 damage. So this will effectively be -3 going in against you because of the -1 to your save natively.
But cover, going over a crater.
Now, here's the thing. Your line of sight things over there, while I do agree with you, I've been looking up into the vehicle stuff. Vehicles don't get cover in the same way that random troops do. You will get it for your going over the crater, but being in cover, no. So let's go into the movement phase, finishing off these guys with another 5-inch move. Okay, so the boys have moved up their other 5 inches and end over here. Now it is time for the shooting phase. So we're going to start with the one Blight Launcher because nothing else to shoot, so it's all down the line into Beanie's Brutalis. And I believe you said, are you paying for Armour of Contempt?
It's probably not any point because you have to pay, because it only applies to one unit shooting.
Oh, does
now,
it? So
it used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to have to say goodbye to my Brutalis.
Take your lumps, isn't it? But the thing is, I may not kill him. It could all be for nothing, as I set up here. But we're starting with the first Blight Launcher going over here. D6 +2 shots to start with for the mighty 8. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are hitting on 3s, no rerolls. We drop 2 with 2 lethal hits coming in thick and fast. Now these are wounding you on 3s now because they're strength 10, your toughness 9 because of my pox,
-1.
and re-rolling 1s because of the Lord's abilities. Not needed because there is another 3 coming in. So you're looking at 5 in total at -2 down to -1, but you have a save of 3 up, so you're on a 4. So 4 up saves. Also, good start already. Very good start. He's taken 6 damage from that, though, to begin.
So he's down to 6.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, that already feels ridiculous. But
It's pretty nasty, isn't it? And then the other Blight launcher is going in for D6 plus. So that's going to be 4 shots coming in, marginally less. Hitting on 3s. I get you with 1 lethal hit and 1 regular hit. And then it's going to be 3s re-rolling 1s. Good thing that we were re-rolling the 1. And cool, 2 wounds coming in at minus. That's 4s again. Ooh, so that's another 3 damage on that one there. And so we move on to Big Fatty Boy over here, whose profile I will need to quickly check for the Plague Burst Mortar, but I will fire the Entropy Cannons first. So there's 2 shots, I believe, coming in. They are kind of like lasguns. So, wow, good start, dude. He misses wildly with both. And so I will get my other data profiles and be back in a second. It's D6 plus 3 shots for the Plague Burst Mortar, going in 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hitting on 3s, no re-rolls, please. Ooh, he's dropped a fair few and no lethals coming through that. And this is going to be an uphill struggle now because I'm strength 8, your toughness 9 because of the infection. I get you 3 times. Now this is only at -1 because of the mortar, so down to a 3-up save for you. And you made them all.
Oh, MP Poos protects.
Will the Rot Hail Volley Gun be able to do 3 wounds? Let's find out and be back with the results. 2 wounds to save at 3 up here. Oh, he takes another wound, bringing him down to 2 wounds remaining, but he is not dead. Tiny Tim will live this day. And that's annoying because I wanted those points early. But that is but a taste of the power of Nurgle shooting. Admittedly, there is a bit of setup involved in order to get it working pretty well, but still pretty damn effective, and thus ends my turn 1. So here we are, Beanie's turn 1 movement is over. Tell us what you've done, my friend.
So I did a bit of weeping gently to myself over the pain that my Brutalis has suffered, and put myself into the Devastator Doctrine so I can advance and shoot. A bit of umming and ahhing and humming and hawing. I got to the point where I realised it's best for me to leave my Stern Guard at the back for the time being and move them forward as you've come forward a bit more. I have advanced my Brutalis, my Ballistas and my Infiltrators. They've all come up here to try and get some line of sight on your boys. Unfortunately, the Brutalis, I just don't think he's going to live, so he's just going to try and shoot off his spicy hot magma boobies.
Makes a lot of sense.
Someone.
Now, who's he going to be targeting as we go into your shooting phase? Because it's 12 inches, or is it bigger for them?
It's either 18 or 20.
See, that's good. That's very good.
So for his booby cannons, it's 18.
Okay.
So let's find out live and uncut what you can
After my patching trial boy live. Ooh, we can hit one of the Blight haulers over here. Not Blight, the bloke drones.
Yeah, so he's going to go for that bloke drone.
Makes a lot of sense.
And then he is going to shoot down at the big guy most likely. Well, depending on if I actually cap this guy's booty.
Good idea, my friend. So we're going into the Brutalis shooting phase into the bloke drone, and it's going to be his booby cannons first?
Yeah, it's going to be booby cannons first, so it's going to be 2 shots.
Ooh, okay.
Hitting on 4s, unfortunately. Oh, I haven't chose my Oath of Moment target.
Oh, yes, please do.
So I am going, it's either going to be that or one of them. I think I'm going to choose this Mamma Jammer.
That makes a lot of sense because I feel like he's got more wounds, he can potentially cause more of a ruckus as the battle goes on. So, hitting on 4s with the booby cannons.
With the booby cannons.
Ooh,
yeah!
Okay, love to see it.
Yeah, and now I'm going to do the Icarus Array Stubber.
Okay.
So it's going to be 6 shots.
That's good.
Yes.
And because I have the fly keyword, does that affect me at all?
It does.
Yes, because anti-fly.
It is anti-fly.
There we go. See, I'm helping you out, mate. I'm helping you out.
Yep, hitting on 4s.
That's good. That's great.
That was pretty great, yeah.
That's really good.
It's a shame it didn't happen with the melty guns.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so this will be wounding on 3s.
Oh, 3s.
Oh, sorry, 4s. I lied. It's rapid fire 3.
Yep.
But it's twin linked, so.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, Bruno,
I know, he's got
tail.
such a powerful tail. I know you do.
So,
Okay.
so that's 4.
So 4 saves of, what is it?
Just
AP
regular
0,
saves,
AP
yeah.
0, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3s. He's made them all. Snuggle protects, Snuggle loves, Snuggle kisses you when you sleep, which is gross.
I really hope he doesn't.
Okay, what else does this guy got?
Well, I'm really happy that that's all the Brutalis could do.
Amazing. So now we'll go over to the
Ballistus.
who's going to be targeting the Crawler. Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to go for the Crawler. Although he already had the reroll hit rolls against him because of his Ballista strike, so I've just kind of screwed myself there. This is just me not playing an army for a very long time, guys. However, I am going to play the 1 CP for the stratagem Storm of Fire.
Okay, what does that do?
So it means you don't get cover, and because I'm in the Devastated Doctrine, it adds an additional minus 1 AP to
good.
these weapons.
That's really good.
So it's going to be 2 shots from the las cannon, hitting on 3s, re-rolling.
Are you sure he doesn't hit on 2s?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought he hit on 2s for some reason.
2 hits.
Yep. I'm strength 10.
So it's going to be 3 to wounds.
Yep.
Okay.
Any re-rolls or anything like that built in?
No, we're not Death Guard.
Doesn't even need it.
So that's 1.
Yep, AP.
So this will be -4 with the extra.
So onto my demonic 5-ups there.
Yep.
Which I do not make. How much damage is it?
D6 plus 1.
Ooh, 3 Damaggio. 3 John Damaggio to him.
Okay,
I'll keep
and
the
now
tally up, and then we'll count down in a minute.
And then it's time for 2 cracks.
Okay, here we go. Wee. Reroll the fail. Nice.
So strength 10.
I'm toughness 10, so 4s.
So 4s, but yeah, this isn't re-rolling either.
Okay. Okay, 1 coming in again. AP on this.
-3.
Okay, so onto the demonics again. I have made it this time, unfortunately. Is that all of his shooting?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is it, and I'm down to 7 wounds remaining with this guy over here, because I think they only have 10 now.
That's weird.
I think that they've scaled down the wounds, but they've upped all the toughness.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah, squishy, squishy. Right, well, that is the end of Beanie's shooting phase. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
Are you sure you don't want to charge in those poxwalkers just for some fun?
He advanced, so he can't.
Oh, man. Okay, well, we go into my turn 2. Beanie, I know you've just taken a drink, but make an alarm noise. That was in no way what I was expecting you to do at all. But yes, admin alarm has been sounded because we forgot to do shooting over here from the infiltrators down. They killed 2 poxwalkers over here, and I also got the wounds tally wrong on my Plague Burst
Yeah, you
Crawler.
lied.
It's 12 wounds that it has, so it's on 6, 7, 8, 9 remaining. Now we go into my turn 2. That's popped me big, that's. Beanie has just stormed off to go, in his own words, look at some hot water. He's cooking while we're doing this, because otherwise that would be really weird. Mainly because of the fact that I moved up here, he did Overwatch with his Ballistus, and he did actually get a wound through, but I saved it with the mightiest of 6s on the Plague Burst Crawler, so he managed to eke it through. I know, it's rough stuff. Everything has moved up that can. They want to see as many different targets as possible to spread the pain and suffering, and my big blob of Plague Marines has started shuffling up and can now unleash some fury onto the Assault Marines behind that cover. Now, I've kept the Death Shroud Terminators and the Lord of Contagion in the sky because mainly it's points off the table, but I also want to see where Beanie's going to go with his big blob of pain in the coming turns. So now we move, yes?
So
Yes.
I would like to do some rapid ingress, if possible.
Oh, okay. That's the end of my movement phase, so you're paying 1 CP to bring them in. Or
Yes.
is it not the end of my turn?
It's the end of your movement phase, because it
Interesting.
allows you to then be able to shoot them if you want.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, so 1 CP for rapid ingress. We never use this.
Yeah, I thought I'd give it a go.
Oh, fantastic. Well, put them down, baby, and we'll see what happens in a minute. Well, 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 look who's shown up to the party. Oh my God, Belial and the boys have arrived for the rapid ingress, and I'll have to deal with them in my next turn because unfortunately, because of the angles and the fact that this is an obscuring piece of terrain, I cannot shoot them unless I target them with the Plague Burst Mortar over the top here, which, to be fair, I probably will try to do because I will split fire with them and try and wreak as much damage as I possibly can. But we'll see how it all plays out. So, into the shooting phase now, because all of my movement is done. We're actually going to start with the Plague Marines shooting what they can into your Assault Intercessors over here. So I'll have to measure for range, but I think it's going to be the Plasma Gun, the Blight Launcher, and maybe the bolt guns. That's it. So
Well, yeah, if the plasma gun can hit, then the bolt guns can hit.
Very true, so we'll be back with the results. Well, 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 I did 0 damage whatsoever thanks to the hardy cover and heavy saves of Beanie over here, but I did manage to afflict this unit, so they are now at a 4-up save and -1 toughness, which is good for me in the long run. Moving now on to the big beef boys, which is what I'm calling this squadron over here. The Lord of Virulence is going to pick the Ballistus now.
You have 1 minute.
Ballistus. Oh yes, that's when the chips are ready. So the Ballistus is going to be the target. So that means everyone who has a blast weapon can re-roll blast hits against him now. So basically having an Oath of Moment, but smellier. So we're going to start things off with the first of the Blight launchers going into the Ballistus in front of them. So it's D6 plus 2 shots for 4. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling. That's a good thing that we are. Cool, so 3 hits coming in. It's a 3 to wound because you are -1 of your toughness. All coming in at -2, and there is no cover protecting you this time from this line, so it's going to be
5 up.
5 ups. Ooh, 6 damage to start with. Then comes the next blight. So now what we're going to do is move over to the other plague drone. He's going to also target the Ballistus over here, because why not? So D6 plus 2 for the blast. Ooh, 7, 4,
Not
5,
Noodle's
6,
number.
7. Hitting on 3s and re-rolling as well. Oh, there's 3 lethals in there already.
Why did I mark him?
Shouldn't have done the marking, boy. I did drop 1 though. Then it's going to be 3s to wound. That is 5 wounds in total, -2. So onto your 5-up saves. Oh, good effort though, mate. You've taken another 6. So he is dead unless you re-roll one of them for a CP, which Bruno clearly thinks that you should do. Because that was good rolling, but you're down to 1 CP, are you?
Yeah, so...
Ooh.
No, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
And he explodes, but he takes no one because he's not within... Well, he might be within 6 of them.
That'd be so funny.
If he is.
Deadly demise.
He is.
Oh no.
4 D3 wounds.
No. Okay.
Oh, he's down to 1.
That's rough. Okay, but at least your Brutalis is still alive for now.
He's about to take that and that in the face.
Now, here's the fun thing, is that you now roll a D6 because it was an afflicted unit, and on a 5-up, because it was within 6 inches, your Brutalis becomes afflicted.
Okay, let's see the 5.
So let's see if that comes off. It does not come off, my friend.
Bruno, would you like to eat the token?
No, do not eat my tokens. So that means that it's down to the Plague Burst Crawler to finish the job, who's going to fire everything that it can, entropy cannons, the Plague, Rot Hail, Bolt Gun, except the Mortar, which isn't going to go into your boys over there. It's going to go into the the infiltrators instead, because I just feel like that would be better, question mark?
I agree.
Yeah,
I think it makes more sense. They're -1 wound, all this kind of stuff. So
there's a lot going on them, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's going to be the 2 entropy cannons into the Brutalis. Oh, they're both lethal. Oh,
sweet.
Oh, that's a minus. Does it have an invulnerable?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna need to check this because I think it might be. I'm gonna say it's -2, but it may be -3. Let's just double check that. Ooh, dear lally. They are -3, so 2 5-up saves to start things off.
Made a move!
No way! Ah, Dad, the MB Poo is protecting him. So that means it is down to the Rot Hell volley gun, which will now get 6 shots because it's within rapid fire.
Damn it.
There's 1 lethal.
And drop 3.
Drop 3, because this is not blast, so I don't get to re-roll this. And 2 coming in at -0, my friend.
2 2-ups.
Oh my god, this is it. Yes, and you can't re-roll.
I can't have got a
can't
CP.
even Damn it. This is why you kept it. Ah, he's alive.
Hang on. Can you hit him with the flamer?
I can.
Can I just let him die then?
Yeah, if you want to let him die, that's absolutely fine. He does not explode. The Brutalis slumps to its knees, taken down by the Rot Hail volley gun, which is basically just a million little sneezes hitting him right there.
Bruno, don't eat dice.
No,
They're
not-
delicious, but I've made the mistake before.
Forbidden candy. They don't pass through well.
Okay, so you've got 450 points to get through left now because you've taken out 300 points.
I'm making a gesture that is like, I'm taking a big biff. Right, okay, because that's a big smoker move, and I'm about to joke on you too, because it's obviously the Plague Burst Mortar going in. D6 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4, because it's 5? Or is it over 5 you have to get
No, it's
blasted?
5 and over.
Cool, so I get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots?
I love playing this game with Jules.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3's re-rolling because it is a blast weapon.
Why can't you roll terribly like Rapid? Just once.
Okay, and we're re-rolling all of our fails here, and we get 2 lethals. Get at it. Oh, and yeah, that's a 2. And I still managed to find a way to drop 2 there.
So why is it re-rolling?
Because it's a blast weapon. He's within 3 inches of here. You are correct, sir. I take those 2 back out of the pool because of the fact it wasn't the target of his shooting. Thank you for reminding me. But I've got 4 wounds to roll for 2s, and I do re-roll 1s here because it's within 3 inches of him.
Okay.
Apologies, Beanie. Apologies, trying to do you out of this there. 4, 5, 6 at -1 down to -0 because it is indirect fire.
So 3s.
Fail 1. Only 1 gets destroyed over there, my friend.
Oh, and it's 6 up, feel no pains.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
he's
1
alive
is on 1 wound.
Amazing stuff indeed. I think that I have some spore-laced shockwaves to tell you all about right now, which is again another roll, but this may afflict you even further. So what is it here? In your shooting phase, after you've done the Plague Burst Mortar, roll 1d6 for every enemy, for the target unit and every enemy unit within 3 inches. On a 6 up, they suffer D3 mortal wounds. So for the infiltrators, a 6. Nope. And for the boys, nope. But still, that's horrific.
Little palpitation of the old heart.
But that is the end of my shooting phase, and I think that I'm going to be out of range for a charge, and I don't really want to get mixed up in all that nasty business over there. So I'm going to leave it be, and that is me done for my turn.
Okay.
So here we are, Beanie's turn. 2 movement phase. God, this is escalating
Yes,
very quickly.
I am feeling quite worried.
Tell everyone what you've done and what doctrine you're in.
I'm in the Assault Doctrine, and then Jules very uncoolly reminded me that the OP Lord of Poxes is like, you can't hit me unless you're within a turn, which is super lame. So they are still standing still.
Yep.
But I did manage to get a 4 on the advance on my Assault Intercessors, who are now getting into a position where they might be able to charge them, see what they can do. I don't think they're going to be able to do a lot because you guys are tough as
They are.
bulls.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
So over on the other side of the board, these guys moved over 6 to give range for the Deathwing.
Yep.
Who got a 5 on their advance, and they have charged up, and they
so
have...
annoying because you were like, I just need a 5 basically, and I'm like, God damn it.
So I'm in a position where I am nice and close, ready to do some damage to them.
You are.
I see they're afflicted. Is it because they're within range?
You are now within containment range of it because it's 6 inches from turn 2 onwards, they're 9 inches.
Sweet,
Yeah.
love it. It's the best.
Great.
It's
cool.
the tops.
Yay!
Okay, so I put Oath of Moment on this guy because they're going to charge both of these and
Yeah.
try and take them down.
Sure.
Over here, they are going to shoot down into the Poxwalkers and just see if I can get rid of some
Yeah,
of
okay,
them.
so let's see what they get, baby.
So hitting on 3s.
Ooh, that's a healthy amount of hits.
It is. There are 7 hits, and we're looking at 3s to wound.
How dare you?
I know. Oh, that's a lot of 1s, 2s, and 3s. I got 2 wounds.
Oh yes, 2 5-up feel no pains. Hope you're ready for him. Yeah. I made 1 fail wound.
Yeah, you killed 1 guy.
Hey, whoa.
Okay, so just for funsies, Belial with his rapid-fire mastercrafted bolt gun is going to shoot the Oath of Moment target.
Makes a lot of sense. So 2's re-rolling, I'm imagining?
Yes, you are correct. It is 2's re-rolling.
Not that he need... Oh, he did need it. He did.
What a jerk.
Strength of the mastercrafted 5?
No, it's still 4.
Cool, so
it's
6 is... Anything?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, it was worth a try. They don't get to shoot because it's their pistol, so that is the long, the short of my shooting phase, baby. So now it is down.
Now, just before you start lining up your charge, remember I told you about that strat that I was going to play. So you said that you're going to target both of them. So I'm going to pay 1 CP to subtract 2 from your charge rolls because it's a vehicle.
Okay,
so you will need a 5, 6, 7
so
in
I need
total.
a 7. Yeah.
7 in total to get in against both of them. Oh no! Oh no! Can I do Overwatch before you get in there?
If you like.
I feel it's all I've got. I'm going to do Overwatch with the Plague Burst Crawler, just because of the fact that he can. So we'll be back if I kill any of them. Well, we'll be back anyway, but I'll be back with yours. The Plague Burst Crawler, while stinking up the place, definitely whiffed when it came to his shooting. Not a single hit from all of its weapons there. Outrageous. So, yeah, the Terminators and Belial have made it into combat. This is going to be spicy, so let's see what they got. So Belial is going to kick things off to show the boys how it's done. How many attacks does he get?
I believe he gets 6.
Oh no, this is going to hurt. This is going to be real painful. Oh dear. Okay, fair enough.
So with the blade, the sword of silence.
Okay.
4, 5, 6.
6 hits coming in on 2s, I imagine.
Hitting on 2s, re-rolling.
Oh, of course, because it's at the moment.
Didn't need
Anything for 6s?
No, unfortunately, he's all about precision, which is why he's not a particularly good...
What's the strength of his weapon?
6.
Okay, so 4, 5, sorry.
Yes, 5's to wound. This is going to be the problem.
Cutting through falafel. That's
Yes, so
basically what we're
there's,
trying to do here.
so there's 2. Minus a lot.
I get 1, fail 1. How much damage is it?
Only 2.
Ooh, okay. I will put a counter up because I don't know how many I've got left. But onto the other 2 boys that are with him, because you said you're splitting, or are you going to gang up on just 1 boy?
Well,
Because the Oath of Moment target is this one,
Yeah.
so not all of them will be able to attack the Oath of Moment target, but you could potentially gang up and kill 1 if they all went for the same target. Because they hit on 2s anyway.
they do.
Come see, come ça. What do you think, mate?
Hang on.
He hates war. He hates war in total. Oh, okay, so Beanie's just looked into his strats and found Honour the Chapter, which gives Lance and an extra AP on the charge. So we're just going to apply it for the rest of the Terminators going in. Are they going to attack the 1 non-Oath of Moment, or are they going to split fire?
They are going to split fire.
Cool, so what, 2 guys against the Oath of Moment target and 3
Yeah.
against the others? So we'll do the 2 first? or
Yeah,
3?
so it's going to be 10 attacks.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s.
Re-roll him. Nice. Now 5s, I imagine.
No, with Lance it'll be plus
Your
1s.
4s. Yes, you are correct, sir. That's how that rule works. And it has paid off dividends, I think.
Okay, so that's 5 and it's an additional minus,
3,
so they'll definitely be
5.
onto their
Demonics.
So 5,
Oh, he's not made a single one.
8
apart from-
damage.
so
I
1, 2.
believe he's dead.
Oh, he probably is if it's 8 and then 10 that he took from there. So that is probably going to be... Is he going to explode? He is going to explode.
Do they actually hurt their own units anymore?
Yes, they do,
Good.
thankfully. But I'll find out what his Deadly Demise actually is. Oh, it's Deadly Demise D3. So it will be onto the Terminator unit, a cool 2.
Okay.
And then onto my own boy, a cool 1. Nice. And then onto my Lord of Virulence, a cool 1. Nice.
Okay.
And now it's time for him to attack. So we'll be back in a sec. Well, that went about as well as you would expect. They carved through him like he was warm, smelly butter. That is the other bloke drone out of commish. And that is pretty delicious for Beanie because they are 100 points apiece. There's 200 points that he's already scored there. Oh dear. And now he is threatening my Lord of Virulence and my Plague Burst Crawler, which is not good at all. Are you going to pile in and consolidate against my Lord of Virulence? Are you going to bring it on so we can use this rusty, crusty power fist against you?
Well, hang on.
Ooh, I'm hanging right on there, buddy. Also, don't worry, we did forget about the charge going in from the Assault Intercessors into this group. We'll do that as a separate combat in a second. But now, we're back to Waiting with Bean. Waiting with Bean.
So they can consolidate up to 3. So whether or not they want to go... Well, yeah, they're going to go this way.
Yep, so they can consolidate into the Lord of Virulence, but they will leave my Plague Burst Crawler alone, thankfully, which is nice. Nice. But that means I will be able to punch him back, which I'll do in a moment, because first we need to roll to see if these guys even make it in over here. Okay, so the boys are definitely in there, but we need to figure out if he makes the charge over here, so we're kind of reversing time. So it's a 7-inch, oh, actually roll and we'll find out. Oh, they're definitely in there with a 9. Cool, we'll move them, and then we'll get to fight him. So on their charge, the thunderous charge, the Assault Intercessors managed to cleave apart 2 Plague Marines over here. But now it is time for me to fight back with these boys, the Lord of Poxes and the Lord of Virulence over there. Now, just to make things spicy, we'll capture the Lord of Poxes on camera, and then do the other boys
He's
fighting
going to kill them all on his own.
Hitting on 2s, lethals. Okay, so that's 2 lethals already.
Hot.
And this is 2s
Twos to wound.
and devastating. Oh, he still manages to drop 2, so that's 4 minus 2, but it's minus 3 technically because you are afflicted, so 6 up saves. That is
Four
four
dead.
dead for just that one Lord's attack.
As we were talking off camera, this guy is better than a guy who has the possessed soul of a bloodthirster in him.
Yep, it's real lore accurate is all I'm saying.
Well played, GW, well played.
So I'll do the rest of the boys' attacks over here, and I'll do the Lord of Virulence attacks off camera now. Well, the crusty Power Fist over here managed to do 1 wound. It was technically 2, but they have a -1 damage rule coming in, so that meant that their Terminators are still standing strong. But I managed to utterly delete the Assault Intercessors over here. And now is the real interesting thing, because it is my turn going into round 3. And with that klaxon sounds round 3. And I have called down all the support from Nurgle, from above, below, the toilet, the U-bend, wherever, because we are about to lay down some pipe and then beat Beanie to death with it. So I've put down the Death Shroud Terminators. They can deep strike within 6 inches to an afflicted unit, and that is very much what those Terminators are. Fallen back with the Lord of Virulence, he can't shoot, but he can use his ability to target them at the beginning of the shooting phase, and that means that the blast weapons will get full re-rolls against them going into it.
You can't target if you can't shoot, can you?
It says in your shooting phase, just pick a unit that he's visible to him. So it's not an actual like a thing.
I was going to say, because right now he pooed his pants and ran away.
Well, pooed his pants more, I would say, in this case. The Poxwalkers are not going to go for them. They're going to shamble and groan their way towards the Infiltrators over there that are also inflicted thanks to my Mortarian's hammer keyword rule. These guys over here have an 8-inch charge to get across the crystal into the Terminators. Can it be done? I really hope it can, because I think I'm going to need all the help I can get here.
I agree.
So, shooting phase-wise, let's start with the piddly guns, because of the fact that there's a good chance they can do 1 wound with them. That's all the Plague Spurt gauntlets from the Death Shroud into the Terminators. Auto-hitting Torrent with anti-infantry. I want to say 3 up, but we'll double-check that. Sweet. The first to fall. All of the Plague Spitter gauntlets managed to do 16 hits, but they converted into 2 wounds on the Terminators over here, just enough to kill one of them and wound another. Now it's time for all of these guys to follow suit and fire all of their menagerie of weird weapons into them too. Plasma guns, Plague Spitters, Blight Launchers, whatever. Just throw a stick in a shoe, why not? We're back with the results, because I hate rolling this many different weapon profiles on camera.
Yeah.
So these guys over here, thanks to the combination of all their shots, managed to take down another Terminator and wound the relic-wielding champion over here. It's just now time for the Plague Burst Crawler to fire everything it can right into this squad, because I need to thin the herd. We'll do the Entropy Cannon first, because why the chuff not? 2 shots hitting on... Oh, actually, at the beginning of the shooting phase, remember, I would have nominated them with my Lord of Virulence, so that means that he's re-rolling all the blast weapons, and he's re-rolling wounds of 1 as well. So he's hitting on 3s, 1 hit. Then it is going to be wounding on 2s, and re-rolling the 1s. It is a wound. It goes straight onto your invulnerable. D6 plus 1. Oh.
No,
okay, so that would have been 7, so that relic blade wielding champion is obliterated. Then it is the Rothail Volley Gun. It is 6 shots coming in thick and fast. Ooh, sound the dinner bell. Okay, so it is hitting on 3s, no lethals. It is wounding you on 5s, I believe. 1 wound, no AP, brotherino. Oh, you're fine. Now it is time for the big boy, the Plague Burst Mortar. D6 plus 3, so that is 5 shots in total. Re-rolling everything, hitting on 3s. Re-rolling everything. I get 1 lethal, 2 regular hits. Strength 8, you're down to toughness 4 now, so 2s to wound, re-rolling the 1s. Cool, that is 3 coming in at -1 plus the additional -1 to your save, so that will be your 4-up invulnerables. Ooh, only 1 failed, 2 damage, down to 1. They've survived a battering, but let's see if I can get in there and finish them off in combat, because that's what I gotta do. It's time to line up some charges, and we're gonna do the Poxwalkers first. Measure me, pass me my patching trowel, boy, and see what I've got here in order to dive right in. What do I need? What do I need? Sorry, the Poxwalkers going in against the Infiltrators.
You will need a 7.
Ooh. Damn it! Okay.
Little didn't want it.
Damn it! Okay, what about the Death Shroud into them?
It's going to be a 7.
Ooh,
Niggle's number again, mate.
Oh, I'm going to spend the CP to re-roll that one.
Yeah, this
Come
one
on,
makes
boys.
sense.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, what about the Plague Marines over here?
I'm going to say a 10, but...
no.
Yeah, a 10.
Oh, damn it, boys. They were the easiest charges. Well, it's down to the most interactive rule of them all. It's time for Tank Shock with the Plague Burst Crawler going into them because I've got to thin the herd. And he's very much in there. Tank Shock, let's go.
Okay,
beep,
so
beep.
I'm going to kill my Watcher in the Dark now then.
Why would you do that?
Because it gives me a 4 up to 2 mortal wounds.
Damn it! We'll be back with the results from Tank Shock. Unfortunately, I managed to do a new Living Lats Dice world record here. 0 mortal wounds thanks to Tank Shock because the Watchers in the Dark, 4 up Feel No Pain negated the 2, that's right, 2 that I managed to get through there. Pretty bad indeed. Let's just see if the Armoured Tracks can do anything now. Sound the admin alarm beam. That's the one. That is officially the one. The reason he's taking off the wounds there is because I forgot to do the spore-laced shockwaves, and I did manage to get a 5 up. I got a 6, technically, on the afflicted unit to do D3 mortal wounds onto him.
Ooh.
Yes. And now it is time for the mighty Armoured Tracks. Are ye ready? Hitting on 4s. It doesn't even have lethal hits, so I was getting excited then for a second. Wounding you on. Not that, so that's the end of my fears. Oh, God. Oh, God, why? Why? My poor Plague Burst Crawler. What did he ever do to you apart from destroy half of the army and cause absolute ruckus? What did he ever do? He's just a boy.
That's right. So Honour the Chapter is being played again, because I'm still in the Assault Doctrine.
He is indeed.
So Lance and -1 additional AP.
Yep.
So going to go with the 10 attacks of the 2 remaining chaps.
Yes.
So hitting on 2s. Managed to drop 3.
And now this
Wounded
is going
on
to be
5s.
5s. Yep.
So I get...
Still good, though.
Yeah, 4 wounds at -3. So that's 8 wounds, so he's down to 1.
Oh dear. Oh dear. 1 wound remaining just like that. Oh God.
So 2, 4, 6 for the sword.
Please,
of
Deadly
silence.
Demise. Please,
And this will
Deadly
be wounding on 4s.
Oh. Oh no. No.
Okay, so...
My poor boy. Oh God.
Okay, so we've got 3 wounds, -3.
Here we go. Come on, he can do it. 3 5s. Oh,
Well, I saw the 1, but he's dead. Does he explode?
Does he explode?
Yeah! Why is everything?
Yeah, baby. It is Deadly Demise D3, so that means that I'm going to do on my own boy a cool 1, so he's down to 4, and on to Belial and the boys. It's going to be a cool 2-1. So he's dead. I breathe a sigh of relief,
Ooh.
but also a sigh of shame. Oh,
So
Watchers in the Dark?
Yeah, is Tank Shock in the fight phase?
No, it's the charge phase.
Okay, then yeah, he's gone.
So that is the Plague Burst Mortar out of there, but he took one of the Terminators with him. A sludgy, disgusting mess left behind. And now Beanie has the opportunity to consolidate into my Lord of Virulence.
I'm not going to.
Probably a good idea right there, but that is the end of my turn. I got battered and failed all my charges. But now we go into Beanie's turn 3. Okay, so Beanie's turn 3 movement is over. The Stern Guard have started finally making their advance up towards the actual content of the battle, as it were. But mainly because they were worth so many points that keeping them back for now has actually been a wise decision.
They are 190 with the captain,
Indeed.
and you do need to kill these 2 squads. Well, one of those 2 squads if
Yeah.
you want to win this game.
Indeed, I do. And the infiltrators have fallen back so that they can get an angle on the Poxwalkers while staying outside of their horrible infectious claws. And over here, the Terminator and Belial have moved around the corner. I did fire Overwatch with the Plague Spurters over here from the Terminators, but they only managed to do 1 wound against the Terminator over there. So now, shooting phase, where are you going to go?
It's the 8 shots over there.
Yep, into the Poxwalkers.
Into the Poxwalkers. Oh, and Oath of Moment target is going to definitely be...
Oh, the Lord of Virulence. Yep, that makes sense.
Because, yeah.
Why not? So it'll be...
No 3s. Okay, so that is 3 wounds,
3
no AP.
5 up, Feel No Pains.
Make
Save
1,
fail.
2 more dead.
They're slowly going down, slowly but surely. Okay, Next up, Bilal.
Charge.
Are you not going to shoot?
Oh, yeah, of course, he can shoot. So he is going to shoot at the Poxwalkers.
Yep, finish the job, isn't it? Because if they stay alive, they're a little bit closer.
2 shots.
Nice.
3's wound.
Classic. Classic.
Solid.
Love it. Okay, so the charge into the Lord of Virulence over here. What a surprise! He made it there. God, if only I had the -2 to your charge thing on random things there, that would have been hilarious. So I think he's going to die quite badly, but we'll see it out on camera.
So Bilal going first. 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling.
Yep.
Didn't need the re-roll.
Yep.
And strength 6 is going to be 4s to wounds.
It will be indeed.
So I get 4 wounds.
Okay.
-2.
So this will be onto his 4-up invulnerable saves. He's made all bar 1. How much damage is it?
2.
Ooh, he's down to 2 wounds remaining, and I'll hold on to my CP reroll because he may eke it through. Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Okay. 2s.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
Re-rolling.
Oh, damn it.
And then it's going to be 5s to wound.
Yes, because I am a big, tough, stinky boy.
And I am going to spend one of my many CP.
Yep. Okay, so that is 2 coming in.
Yes.
Ooh, 2 4-ups. Oh, even with the CP, he's dead. Damn it. That's so unfortunate. So the Lord of Virulence is out of there, and that goes into Beatty's points tally over here. So, that's the end of your combat phase. A brutal one it was. But now, hopefully these guys will get in and kill Belial. As we move into my turn 4.
Ooh. Plague Marines.
Yes.
This wasn't part of the deal.
So yes, as Beatty said here, I have moved my Plague Marines up in my turn 4. My Poxwalkers are on his doorstep over here for the infiltrators, and I have moved the big fat boys round the corner so they can take on Belial and his Terminator cohort. Now, into the shooting phase we go. I'm going to spew all of the plague spewing gauntlets into the Terminator squad over there, and all of the shots that are within range will shoot down into the infiltrators here. I'll have to measure up to see if the plague spitter is in, but if not, it will be the bolt guns and
Blight Launcher.
the Blight Launcher. That's pretty much it out of that squad. So I will be back with the results. With an absolute astounding shooting phase, the Plague Marines managed to take the infiltrators down to 2 men, one of which is wounded. And over here, we're about to do the wound rolls. All of these on 3-ups from the Plague Spitter Gauntlets. They've got 19 shots altogether.
1, 2, 3. The one guy is dead, and 1 wound on Bilal.
Okay, that is a great start for the boys. The problem is, will they now be able to make their charge? Because they love failing it. So we're going to go into the charge that really matters the most. Pass me my patching trowel, my boy, because I want to see, can I get the Poxwalkers in, down the line into them? What will I need? What will I need?
You will need an 8.
Oh,
You can do it.
oh, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Bastards. And now it is the Terminators going in against Belial.
Yeah,
With a
they're in.
9.
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
God. Right, finally, they are in, and now the lance and sustained hits keyword comes into play against him.
I have to pay for it as a strat.
Ooh, oh my. I'm going to put them behind there. Cool, right. I'm going to do the Lord of Contagion first against him because that seems fun. So I'll get his dice and I'll be right back. Okay, so the Man Reapers coming in. My Man Witch hitting on 2s. It has lethal, it has sustained 1, and also lance because reasons. I get 1 lethal and sustained, so it puts back in the 1 that I just dropped there. Cool, now this will definitely be wounding you on 2s because of the lance keyword. That is all 5 wounding you. -2, so it'll be putting you onto your invulnerables, and it's 3 damage apiece.
Okay, well, easily I'm going to do this dramatically.
So 5 of these. Let's see it, baby.
First
First one, 3 damage.
And
Second one,
he's
3
dead.
damage. I love that dramatic rolling in 10th edition has taken such a nosedive. In 9th edition, it was like, we did it and it would go on forever. We would keep characters alive under ridiculous circumstances, and here it's like, and he's dead. He's gone. Okay, so that is Belial gone. But that's it. That's all I can do in my turn. I now have to pass the torch over to Bean so that he can have his turn 4. And he's coming for me with these anti-infantry guns.
You know it, baby.
Okay, so Bean, tell us what you've done in your turn 4.
I got an advance of 6, and I run to hide behind this building.
I hate it so much. I cannot catch him all the way through here to kill that unit to win the game.
And he overwatched and did nothing.
I got the lethal hit with the blight launcher, and then he saved it with a 6. Bastard. And the Stern Guard over here are just eyeing up those poxwalkers, basically just saying, right, look, if we're going to take anyone out, it's going to be you shambling piss bags. So it's a lot of shots from the Stern Guard, not a lot.
It's quite a lot.
Okay.
So we're going to start with the Stern Guard Heavy Bolter.
Okay, cool.
So this is a 3-shot weapon. With... Oh, and just so you know, the Poxwalkers are the Oath of Moment.
So you get to re-roll everything against them.
Because at this point, brilliant. So this will be 3 shots, hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Oh no, hitting on 4s for some reason.
Because it's a combi weapon, isn't it? So the combi weapons are...
No, it's not. It's a heavy bolter, and it's weird because all the other heavy bolters have been put down to 3s, but...
Not this one, apparently.
Okay, but it's sustained hits 1.
Oh, nice. Okay, so 4's re-rolling. And... Yeah, nice. And then this is going to be...
2's to wound, because it's strength 5, and their toughness 3?
3,
Oh, so it'd be, sorry, it'd be 3's to wound?
Yep.
So 2 wounds, -1, 2 damage a pop.
2 damage a pop. So first, feel no pain on the first guy. He's dead. Second one, he's dead. And the third one,
the third one didn't go through, so it's been 2.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So 2 of them get absolutely turned to mulch. So that's great for them.
Okay, and now for the other 8 shots. 8 shots, these are Assault, Devastating Wounds, Heavy and Rapid Fire 1.
Oh,
so
brutal.
so hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Re-rolling because of Oath of Moment. Yeah!
Oh my god, there's so many of them.
3's to wound with Devastating Wounds on 6s. So we've got a Devastating.
Brutal.
And then
how much is this into? Is it 1 damage a pop?
Yeah.
How many am I looking at?
So 5 saves. So
5 saves. That's not squad.
yeah, and there would have been the other one there.
So the Oath of Moment target, the Poxwalkers, are out of there. God damn it. Fuming. But that, I believe, will be the end of Beanie's turn 4, because there is nothing else for him to do. But the problem is, my friends, is that I will be in the same boat, because even if I move my guys forward over here, they won't even probably breach the building itself to be able to shoot at them. And they are better at shooting than I am. I can't believe it. I've got to do it. This sucks. Okay, right, I'll be back once I've figured out how to make the most of this mess. Yeah. Okay, friends, so it is my turn 5, and we have discussed off camera that I cannot win this, and Beanie can't win this either, because even if he kills my Plague Marines, the cost of these guys over here is worth more than 25% of my army, pretty much. So I'm like, we're in the situation of, we can't kill each other to get the bloodied fist. It's a very stinky fist at the moment, but you know what? We always see things through to the end. So I am going to move out here. I am going to shoot down at the Stern Guard, because, hey, you know what? I may just kill some boys. And at the end of the day, that's why we roll these bloody dice. So I'm going to move these boys and do some shooting, and I'll be back with the wounds. As Beanie pointed out, let's show you some of the spice. So I've just fired my melter gun. I've got a big hit. I have overcharged it. Plasma gun, apologies. It's going to be 2s to wound. And there's the big wound. Minus everything, so no save for you.
Well, it's -3.
But you have a minus extra save because of this one over my extra affliction.
Cover.
Give
me that sweet 6, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I deserved it. I deserved it.
So 1 guy has been obliterated. Do I overheat my own brains? No, I don't, thankfully. The Blight Launch coming in, D3 +1 because of Blast for 3 shots coming in. Hitting on 3s, babies. Ooh, all hits. This is going to be wounding you on 2s because you are down to toughness 3 now. Ooh, all in. You're on 4 up saves.
So it'll be 4 ups.
Ooh, another one dies, another one dies. And then it is just the bolt guns to see things through to the end. I hit you with a lethal, as well as 3 regular hits. And I will take another 2 wounds, because you're toughness 3.
Yeah.
So that is 3 in total. And
another guy dies.
Yeah, another guy dies. So that is actually a fairly decent shooting phase, not that it matters. Beanie, would you like to do your rebuttal to see how much damage you can do to my Plague Marines?
Yeah, I would,
and then
actually.
we'll call it a day, and it will mark the 3rd consecutive draw on the channel.
Yay! We love a draw.
The channel that settles nothing.
That's right. So going into my turn, I'm going to do adaptive strategy on them
sure.
for 1 CP.
Yep.
And then I'm going to pay for Storm of Fire for another CP. There's no point in moving up because I'd rather get the heavy keyword on them.
I would do Overwatch anyway, so you're saving yourself some damage there.
So these will be hitting on 3s instead.
Oh, that's good.
And the bolt rifle will be hitting on 2s.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'm the Oath of Moment target there, I assume.
Of course. So 3s.
Re-rolling.
So sustained hits.
That's lovely. Imagine if you wiped out the Plague Marines here and it would just be like, oh, bloody hell. Okay.
Okay, so we are now looking at still 5s.
Couple of 6 now, yeah.
6s are devastating.
Oh, no way. How much damage does it
2, 4, 6, 8. That's 4 dead.
That is hilarious. 1, 2, 3, 4 dead. 1 champion and 1 Lord of Poxes remain.
I'm actually astounded by that. Right, so there's 1 guy left.
Amazing.
He sounds his voice getting higher. Not expecting any of these things. Okay, so it's going to be 2 shots, hitting on 2s. Rerolling.
There's the 1. It's
no!
1.
And now it's going to be 5s to wound, 6s are devastating. It's not. However, that was class.
Yeah, that was amazing. To take down the entire Plague Marine squadron that had been unbothered the entire time. Actually, I hate to be a pickety thing. You wouldn't have even been able to target them because I'm outside of 18 inches.
Oh, yeah.
But still, that's what would have happened theoretically in this game. But yeah, a draw, my friend.
Lovely, lovely.
A fist bump for the draw.
Yeah.
To be fair, that was a very fun match back and forth. I was expecting it to be more one-sided to start with because the turn 1, the Alpha Strike, being able to bring your Brutalis down to 2, 3 wounds at the beginning.
Yeah, my Dreads did nothing this game.
Yeah, and getting a lot of lucky saves as well for you shooting back. But failing those key charges in that third round, that was the entire thing flipped then. But that's the way the cookie crumbles when you're playing Warhammer. And what a game it is. It is sometimes broken, sometimes very unbalanced, but always very, very fun.
Yeah.
Hope that you enjoyed this battle between the new Death Guards and also the old, but still relatively fresh Space Marines / Dark Angels over there. Let us know what matchups you'd like to see in the coming months, because we do have a fair amount of armies looking up in our attics the other day.
Yeah. So, I've got a new one on the way, hopefully in the next...
Shh, keep it secret, keep it safe.
Ooh,
But yes,
tantalising.
Yeah, but there is more units and armies coming your way very, very soon. So let us know what matchups you'd like to see down in the comments, and we'll try to put them on the table. But for now, if you want to follow us on the social medias, you can follow Beanie over on Instagram and Blue Sky at
Beanie40k.
And you can follow me over on Blue Sky and Instagram at RetroJ, but the O is a 0. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.